What do you say to that?
Says the lawyer for the man who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers.
You know what's funny? I can't really drink the coffee anymore. I refuse to be jumping off the fucking walls at 12 in the morning, so I decided to go back to tea. Yeah, the tea of the day. We got some jasmine, we got some orange, and we got passion fruit. We got, you know what I'm saying, that fruity shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Welcome to everyone. Welcome to all the buttercups. What's good with y'all? Hopefully y'all are living well. How the fuck are you? My name is Nani, and welcome again to all of the new people who happen to travel into this little blue trap bubble we reside in. That's in YouTube. My little corner of YouTube. Shout out to LTG though. He's the fucking GOAT. Love that guy.
Your life is nothing. You serve zero purpose. You should kill yourself now and give somebody else a piece of that oxygen and ozone layer that's covered up so that we can breathe inside this blue trap bubble. Because what are you here for? To worship me? Kill yourself. I mean that with 100%, with 1,000%.
Just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has taken the time to watch and like the first video, subscribe, comment on it. It really means a lot. I appreciate, it means that y'all fuck with the content, bro. Like, y'all know. But it really just means a lot. It means a lot that people enjoy the content and stuff like that. I have a lot more stuff coming soon, so bear with me. My best friend is procrastination. We go out all the fucking time. Once I get that out the way and actually buckle down and be more and more consistent. We got this video, right? So that means that some good is coming out of this. Now, if you remember last week we talked about simps. And we was the fellas and how the fellas are fucking up, how they doing too much out here in these streets, all right? They over here trying to get the box, they're trying to get the box, and they trying to be your knight in shining armor to get that them booty cheeks, and it ain't working, That's we talked about the fellas last time. Women, I'm on you now. You thought you were safe? No. You ain't slick. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to rag on you. I know you already know the disclaimers, fam. I'm not trying to throw a specific type of person under the bus or people under the bus, but there was something that caught my attention these past few weeks that I wanted to talk about. And that is how nowadays a lot of women don't want to take accountability for shit. There is no accountability in 2022 at all. It fucking sucks. Now, don't get me wrong. This ain't geared towards all women. This is literally that specific group that feels like they can do no wrong and they can get away with any single crime in the book. People like that. They just think they can just do whatever they want. Since they're since they're a woman or they're a girl, people just going to blindside them. They're not really gonna care. People are gonna give them sympathy points and stuff like that. Those types. I'm pretty sure y'all know a few. Every time I decide to do my little browsing of social media, I wake up and I see what's trending. I do my little scrolling, I'm saying, and scroll, okay, that's cool. I always see it's either somebody's upset about something, upset about what's something else being done to somebody, exposing somebody, yada, 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 this, that, and the third. I don't fucking care. It's just really annoying to see that shit every single day and people flock to these kind of things. It's like crack cocaine. No longer we're at the stages of just getting into an argument, having a debate, leaving things as is, not being bothered, just taking things in stride. We're no longer at these stages anymore, especially considering the fact that since everybody has a since nowadays everyone has an opinion and everyone's opinion is right, it's really easy to get clouded, especially when it comes to like, judging things how they are. And those people who actually be like, people who act like they don't care, like they'll read this whole tweet longer and then they'd be like, I don't really care. I just want to get the word out. I just want to say my piece.
I hope you're not mad.
No, I'm not mad.
You sure you're not mad?
No, I'm not mad.
Fuck out of here, bro. If you really didn't care, you would be making a whole post about why you care in the first place. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with saying your own opinion about something. There's still a thing called freedom of speech. Right?
Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
We're in of speech. There's still things called of speech, Like, there's nothing wrong with voicing your own opinion and stuff like that. That's completely no issue with that. But there is a clear difference between voicing your own opinion, saying how you feel about a certain topic, and literally using that to cancel somebody or throw somebody's under the bus over the internet and ruin their lives. There's two distinct differences between these. There's two distinct differences there, okay? Keep that in mind. It's kind of like when you post somebody, when you see a huge post, right? And you see people, like you see somebody who's making a post about something, they're trying to cancel someone, they're speaking their pieces, yada, 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 this, that, and the third. And there's a lot of other people who flock over to it because they've been in similar situations. But the person who's making the tweet did not include the rest of the story, only trying to make themselves look like the better person to get validation. It's kind of just like that. Like you're only saying what the people want to hear for you to look good. Because if they didn't hear the whole story, then their judgments may be changed, or they might, actually call you out on your bullshit. And I feel like that's what a lot of women are doing nowadays. I'm not too sure why. Fellas are doing this too, but especially when it comes to mainstream media and like how much, when things are blowing up, the first thing you see usually is situations like this. While these matters are somewhat trivial and they vary from person to person, not everything is the same, there are a few things that blow up in the media, what I was talking about before. And one of these things is the ever so popular defamation trial between Captain Jack Sparrow and that one person from the Aquaman movie. I never seen it. I heard it was ass anyway, so I didn't even bother watching it. I don't know. DC movies are just kind of mid. To be fair, Marvel and DC movies, they both kind of, but DC always tend to be like the lower tier of the two. So I didn't even bother to go watch it. But I heard Jason Momoa did a good job. So hats off to you, man. Hats off to being mid. All jokes aside, I'm not gonna discuss that comedy special. Get it? All jokes aside, comedy special.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I'm not gonna discuss the whole trial like in detail, but one of the examples actually comes from Miss Amber Heard herself. A person like this exists. That's a problem.
You were asked a question.
You forgot one very important thing, mate. I'm Captain Jack Sparrow.
Now, Amber Heard is a perfect example of someone who can never take responsibility or accountability for any of her actions. She is never wrong. Doesn't matter what she does. She can murder someone in cold blood.
What I see here, there is strong evidence supporting the mass shooting. It looks like here you were caught in broad daylight on CCTV holding an AR-7.
But then it would be fine because it's Amber Heard and what she does is always right. That's the kind of logic we're flowing with here. This is the kind of people that we deal with nowadays. During the trial, she was so determined to blame Johnny for most of the issues during their time together in the marriage. She failed to realize how much of an idiot it made her look into the public eye who was watching this and the jury. Like, she had an excuse for literally every single accusation that went down. Like, there is clear evidence saying that she did this. She's just like, no, I did not. But we see you, you're recorded, you're here, you're doing this. No, that wasn't me. That was my other form. That was the other side of me. I'm gonna tell you right now, how the hell did she even get an actor role, bruh? Because apparently, I would like to assume that if she was acting, she did a horrible job. Like, I usually would think that, actors already have, like, since they already have a way to, mold their image and have different personas and stuff like that, you would clearly see that, like, you would at least make it harder to figure out whether she's telling the truth or not. She sucks. I have never, this is probably the worst. Like, they need to put this in, like, acting school, bro. They need to put this whole trial in acting school, which is like, this is not what you should do. All right, make some rules, the Amber Heard guidelines, bro. You just have a whole list of them just going down about what you should not do. I mean, you shouldn't stare at the camera here. Like, it would kind of like make a lot of sense, right? But in all actuality, she was just making excuses for all of the claims against her, not taking any accountability for the stuff that's shown as factual evidence against her. Like, she just denies everything. Here, take these clown shoes. You deserve. Here, take them. They're just your size, but you probably lied about the shoe size anyway. So here, take them anyway. TLDR: she lost her court case. As expected. And instead of, like, taking your L like you usually do, like when you see a court case, you just take your L and keep moving, she decides to still blame everyone else for her shortcomings. That includes the jury, the judge, Johnny Depp, Johnny Depp's supporters, and her dog. Yes, her dog. She blames her dog also. Side note, she took a huge shit in Johnny's bed and then blamed him for it.
Experience, and it just went away. That just got fixed. We walked out of the trailer at some point. My dog stepped on a bee.
Johnny, where did you find this denizen of darkness? We don't claim her. I would know. I'm black. I think I can scope out who belongs and don't belong in our clique. One of these things are not like the other. Why would you even stick with? I swear, bro, if I ever went with a person who crapped in my bed, you think I'm going to be with them the next day? Imagine really just, you get into a fight with somebody, right? You have to have the fear of somebody pooping in your bed. You literally have to have the fear. Wait, she's gonna shit in my bed tonight? We did have that pretty rough argument. Maybe I should put some plastic on the bed just in case. You're telling me that you have to lie in fear, thinking that somebody's going to just on your bed, just fecal funny on your bed, bro? And you're perfectly okay with that? You're telling me that that's perfectly fine with you? That there's no red flags there? I don't know, man. You dropped the ball on this one, bro. Now, if I were in that situation, not the shitting in someone's bed part, the part before that. Before that part, after the court trial, if I lost the case, I would do like the correct thing. I would, be in the cut like my boy Gollum, my precious, just creeping out the side and shit, bro. Ain't gonna talk to nobody, keep my eye out the media, social media, get rid of that, spend time with family, get my mind right, learn from my mistakes, admit that I was wrong, and, come back fresh, rejuvenated, redeemed, apologize for my actions and keep it moving. I feel like that's like the most normal thing you can do in these situations, right? Not her. Not Miss Amber Heard. No. She instead claims that the jury and the judge were biased in the ruling because of the amount of social media support that Johnny has been gathering over the course of the trial. Irv to Miss Heard, Irv to Miss Turd. Haha. Not everything revolves around you, dude. Like, come on now. To be fair, the only reason people are really watching this case is because, people like drama, and Johnny Depp is here, considering the fact that he's been thrown under the bus for years because of you. Y'all are two celebrities. It's gonna happen regardless, one way or another. It's not like everybody's out to get you, considering the fact that you really put yourself in these situations in the first place. Nobody really cares about you. They care about the trial in the amount of cap that you're saying. That's the real winner here. The whole point of a jury is, you know, the whole point of a jury is to take evidence from both sides and weigh in what's fact and who deserves more in this situation. That's the whole point of a jury, is to be unbiased. And the judge literally is just like, yo, I couldn't be the judge, bro. I'll be biased as hell, bro. Imagine if I was a judge, bro, whoever annoys me the most is losing on Hood, bro. Imagine coming up to me every time your lawyers come up, yo, shut up, bro. Get out of my face, bro. Fuck out of here, bro. Every single time, bro. Like, you annoy me, you're losing, bro. I couldn't be a judge. Me being biased, clearly. You ain't getting no L's, bro. You think you about to win in my court, bro? You better eat a dick and die, bro. You ain't about to. I couldn't be a judge. I couldn't. I'll literally just be the most like, bro, I want to go on lunch break, bro. Y'all doing too much. I don't care no more. You know what? Favor and such. That's it. And I'll leave. But much respect to the judge though, because she was dealing with that nonsense for like weeks. Like that's a sheer amount of patience that I do not have and don't want. Now let's keep it a stack. Even after all this, I wouldn't really think that people would care too much about this, right? Like, I don't think that they would. Things like these in the social media, like they blow up for the second, they get their little spotlight and they die after. It's kind of just like, you know, it's like fast food. You eat it, you know, you take a quick meal, you keep it moving. But because of Amber Heard's undying reason to be right, even when she's wrong, she is still blowing this out of proportion, which in turn is throwing herself under the bus. She is literally going to YouTube content creators and news outlets basically saying that, like, you know, they're trying to, you know, because apparently they're calling out her nonsense and she doesn't like it, so now she's trying to get their channels taken down. She's trying to sue people. It's just like, you're doing this to yourself, fam. I feel real bad for the Me Too movement. I feel really bad for the Me Too movement. Not because I had no issue with the Me Too movement. It actually done a lot of help to, like, you know, take out abusers and especially give, like, you know, the victims their reparations and stuff like that. Much big ups to that. But to have her as the front runner, this is y'all queen? Y'all claiming her, bro? Y'all claiming her? Damn, fam. I'd rather have what's that dude's name? I'd rather have the great demon lord Cthulhu be a front runner for the Me Too movement, bro. At least he got conviction. Like, but yeah, having her as a front runner, literally using Johnny as a stepping stone, only to find out that there's evidence saying that she was capping this whole entire time in the first place. It's not really looking too good for y'all, fam. You hate to see it, but it kind of loses credibility in a way, you know? Not entirely, but in her case, kinda. And even after all these allegations and stuff like that, even after Lily trying to appeal, instead of just admitting that she's wrong, she still takes no accountability for any of her actions or even the stuff that she did in the courtroom. And she's still expecting people to rally with her because apparently she's a woman and, you know, she has the right to speak her truth. Your truth is nothing but cap. There's a difference between having your opinion and how you feel about your own truth and something that's stated to be factual evidence that you clearly lied about. You know, it's like we're no longer at that stage. It's like, all because you feel like you're right, that means you're right 100%. That makes no sense, you know? And I feel like that definitely is something that we all struggle with, especially now in this social climate, I guess. It's harder than it ever has been to just, you know, admit that you're wrong without having to justify why do you feel like you're right. You know, like, I'm wrong. Like, I hit this person's car, but I had a reason for it. Bro, but you don't understand. He cut me at the light, so I felt like it was my right to hit his car. Nigga, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, this is what irks me the most. It's kind of just like you see that there's a lot more women than guys on this front that are doing things like this, and they can get away with it because they're women and not because it's morally correct or wrong. You know, I feel like that is something that's a huge problem. Speaking of relative and you know truths and stuff like that, this brings me to my last example of the day.
Look, y'all, every fucking day my baby daddy come here with one fucking meal for my child, but I have 3 other kids. We have 1 kid together, but he only want to come and bring 1 thing of McDonald's. But what about my other kids? How come you can't feed my other kids McDonald's though? Like, that's bogus as hell. Like, you're not finna sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing 1 child something to eat. Look, there he
Ratchet McDonald's lady. I'm pretty sure you already know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna call her Lakeisha. I don't know. That's just like, you know, it's Ratchet. It's just a Ratchet name. I'm getting those kind of vibes. No disrespect to the queen's name, Lakeisha. I love y'all. But, you know, this is the vibes that I'm getting from her. So we're just gonna call her that. You know, her name's Lakeisha. It might be LaTroya the next time I say it. So there's a TikTok video with Lakeisha basically trying to out her baby daddy. Apparently, the whole premise of this video is that he brings food for his son and his son only. Which sounds fine, right? But she's upset that he's not bringing he's not bringing food for the rest of her children. And by rest of her children, I mean 3 other baby kids she got with 3 different baby fathers. So she's trying to out him for taking care of his son and not the other people, and not the other children. Like, are you serious?
That's one.
What?
You're serious? You're telling me, like, in 2022, bro? You know, McDonald's meals are not even dollar meals no more, bro. Never when dollar meals were straight up dollar meals, bro. You get like $1 fry, you get like a McChicken or a McDouble or something and a drink, and that's like $3 and change. Nah, bro, that's just like $5 or $6. Like, you telling me you expect this man out here who actually is putting in the work, trying to take care of his kid, you're trying to out him for being a bad father? Are you kidding me? You dead ass? Are you dead ass right now, that boy? You serious about this? You think this is fine? Like, to be fair, if the situation were different, like, no, you know, that's not that bad. That's not bad. He's just trying to, you know, he just wants to get food for other children. You know, maybe she's trying to have him be healthy. You know, like, I understand if that situation is different, right? To be fair, if you bring McDonald's to your kid every single day, you know, you don't have to look like, you know, what some dudes, remember how they look like in WALL-E, bro? Them big ass Oompa Loompas? And they had like the cake in a cup? I understand that, you know, if you're trying to be healthy, that's completely fine. But literally, you're upset that he's taking care of his kid that he had with you and not the 3 other kids that are not his responsibility in the slightest. Now, I don't know what made him come to this woman. Maybe the box was too strong. Like, maybe she had the Thanos box and he just got sucked into an endless wave of euphoria. Maybe that was it. I don't know. Maybe it was so strong that the power of the box made mortals submit to its grandeur. You know, it's just like, you know, you reverted to your primal state once you're consumed by the box. Understandable. Praise God. It'd be like that sometimes. She's upset because it's kind of just like, you know, she's talking about feed one and feed all.
Other kids, they're your responsibility. They're not my responsibility.
Okay, but if you're gonna bring one, you need to bring it for all. How do that shit look that I'm letting one child eat McDonald's and all the rest of the kids can't eat no fucking McDonald's?
So
you know I get food stamps on the 11th.
3 kids that ain't mine. 3 kids that ain't mine.
Are you kidding me? Feed one, feed all. Are you dead ass? This is what you're saying? This is what you're talking about? Feed one, feed all? Earth to Shaquana, you're telling me that the one father who actually shows up and shows care for his child by bringing his child food, you're calling him the deadbeat. What about the other baby fathers? If you're trying to call him a deadbeat, why don't you hit up the 3 baby daddies who you smashed and have them bring, you know? Like, are you not understanding the logic in what you're trying to say? No, I'm not buying that. Like, literally, you can literally see that, like, you know, and to be fair, considering the fact that you had all these children, you made the choice to spread your legs like Moses. You know, when Moses part of the Red Sea and just swimming in it, you telling me that you don't want to take responsibility for you having these kids? At least he's actually over here still holding it down. But you're still getting mad at him when it's your responsibility too. You know, like, if that's the case, if you really feel this type of way, I understand in certain situations. Like, say for example, they were still dating. If they were still dating, and clearly, if you're dating with this woman with the intention to be with them, you have to take care of all the kids. You know, you're a family. That's how these things work. But clearly they're separated. He's taking care of his kid. He has no responsibility to take care of the 3 kids that you made with other men. This ain't no buy one get 3 free, nigga. What are you talking about? You have never heard it. Buy one get 3 free. You buy one get 1 free. You have never heard of buy one get 3 free, bro. Come on, bruh. Like that, she is literally like, this is the example that I'm talking about. Like she's showing no accountability for her responsibilities as a mother, trying to out her her baby daddy for doing something good for his kid. This whole entire time to feed his kid, he's offering this like, yo, let him eat downstairs so the other kids won't see. You know, he wants to feed his kid. Let him spend time with me downstairs. Put him in the car. She still says no. And when she finally takes the food from him, she literally throws the food on the ground.
Give it here.
Thank you.
Give it here.
Bro,
Give it here.
Kids,
Give it here.
You sound stupid.
Dumb. He ain't eating this. You.
Why the you just do that?
Because you ain't bringing up for all the other kids. You stupid. Selfish as a like you're dumb as hell. You're dumb as hell. He not finna eat that shit. Dumb.
Take care of him anyway.
Dumb. He not finna do that. If you can't do it for all, don't do it for none of them. Bye, stupid.
Throws the food on the ground, wasting the food. So now literally because of your pettiness and your irresponsibility, your own son isn't eating because you want to be an asshole. You literally exposed yourself for being a fucked up mother and having pure bias and anger because you try to prove a point. Now, moral of the story is, I don't know what's going on nowadays. Like, you know, the fellas ain't, don't get me wrong, the fellas on some bullshit too, but when it comes to what's going on in like this day and age, it's just like, it feels like now women are using their powers to get away with everything, right? Not every girl, really, like, you know, but it's just like a lot of these girls who want clout and are doing things on social media and stuff like that, they're using all of this to try to push a narrative that what they're doing is right. And when somebody, you know, calls them out on their nonsense or their shit, the first thing you want to do is be like, oh, I'm being oppressed, or you don't understand, this, that, and the third, you're coming after me because I'm a woman. But it's situations like this that I just shown, it's like you put yourself in these situations, and all because, you know, you're a woman, you feel like you don't have to take responsibility for anything. Amber Heard is a prime example. LaToya is a prime example. It's like, where are we at nowadays? Like, what is going on? What happened to just people just being held accountable for their own actions, whether you're a man or a woman? Why does it have to get to this point? You know, it's kind of sad and it's kind of weird to look at because, you know, social media endorses this, you know, and it's kind of just like, you know, we're so wrapped up in these things that people don't really take the time to look at the bigger picture. So, yeah, accountability, women. I'm not sure what's going on here. It's crazy to look at, you know. Shout out to all the queens out there who are actually holding it down, who aren't like this, you know, like y'all are amazing. Love y'all. Y'all are cool. But yeah, this is crazy. Very sad times. 2022 ain't looking so good, bro. 2022 is looking real bad nowadays, bro. I don't know. But thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Feel free to like and subscribe. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment below. You know, like and subscribe, do all that good shit. A lot more videos coming further down the pipeline, you know. I have been Nani. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, Buttercups, for watching. And don't shit in your spouse's bed.